Okay, everybody, they threw in everything, including the kitchen sink on this one. Let's hit it. Okay, today we're looking back at 1983's big budget extravaganza, Krull. This movie had so much going on, it was everything wrapped into one. But before we go any further and take a look at this old gem, to the trailer.
Beyond our time, beyond our universe, there is a planet besieged by alien invaders, where a young king must rescue his love from the clutches of the beast, or risk the death of his world. A world called Krull.
Arm yourself!
We'll fight together.
To this world have come the Slayers and their overlord, the Beast.
If you consent to be my queen, I will halt the attacks of the Slayers.
Their incredible power has taken the planet by force. Their inhuman savagery has got to be stopped. And these are the ones who must stop it. Thieves.
Let's just kill them and be done with it.
Warriors. Wizards. A changeling.
That rudeness. I think I've turned you into a goose.
A cyclops.
That's the second time you've saved my life.
A child. A king.
I give fire to water. It will not return, except from the hand of the woman I choose as my wife.
Unlikely allies.
Well, you heard him. We are now an army.
Battling an unbeatable enemy. For the life of the Princess Lyssa.
He's too powerful.
And the freedom of the planet Krull. Courage lives in many worlds. But the bravest of all is Krull. A world light years beyond your imagination.
Okay, this motion picture was directed by Peter Yates. Now, he's directed like a group of really cool movies, actually. He did Bullet with Steve McQueen. He did the classic, oh my God, the classic movie Breaking Away. He did The Dresser, Year of the Comet, An Innocent Man, Mother Jugs and Speed, For Pete's Sake, Murphy's War, and he did the classic Robert Shaw flick, The Deep. So, he had a long career. He did stuff in TV too. I think he was directing like episodes of The Saint and stuff like that. Whatever. But Peter Yates, long career, did some great stuff. Bam! Let's keep going. Okay, everybody, there is a shitload of people in this motion picture. I'm going to try to keep it fast. I'm going to try to move through them. I'm going to try to get through them so we don't bog this thing down and take 8 months. So, here we go. Okay. Playing Colwyn was Ken Marshall. Or Ken Marshall, however you want to pronounce it. Who really cares? He never really had the career that you thought he would have gone on to have. Let's be honest about it. I mean, he mostly did TV work other than this. He was in stuff like How the West Was Won and Marco Polo, and he popped up on Baywatch and Hunter and Empty Nest and Silk Stockings and Jag. I think he was even on Quantum Leap, and he might mostly be not known for, but remembered too to Trek fans as he was on Deep Space Nine and things like that. So he kind of had a career. He didn't really take off the way you would have thought he would have, with the look and the face and everything like that. You would have thought he was like leading man material all the way or something, but didn't really work out. Still had a career, still did a lot of stuff. Let's keep going. Okay, playing Lyssa was Lysette Anthony. Now, she was one of those girls that was kind of like, you thought was going to be the next it girl. There was these bunch of girls kind of at that time that were going to be the next it girl that might not have been the it girl that you would have thought. You know what I mean? Like Natasha Skinsky, she was like huge. She had Cat Peep, a couple other movies, but then the career kind of like went down. And Lysette Anthony, you really thought was going to take off, or maybe later even a little bit of like even Amanda Pays to a degree. And you would have thought they were going to take off, but didn't really. And that's kind of Lysette Anthony. Now, she's had a good career. She started a bunch of stuff, but you thought she was going to be bigger. Anyway, she was in stuff like Beyond Loch Ness and Farewell to Harry and Look Who's Talking Now. But again, she was mostly a TV person. You know, Oliver Twist and Dombey and Son and Princess Daisy, 3 Up, 2 Down. She was in Dark Shadows and Jack the Ripper and The Bill. And she popped up in some Bryan Adams music videos back in the day, too. So, you know, out there, did her thing, had a long career, still going. Bless her, whatever. Let's keep going. Okay, playing Torquil was Loon Armstrong, the man with a face as distinctive as a '69 Cadillac. Been around a long time, been in a lot of things. You might not recognize him right off the bat because, you know, he's got a lot less hair, kind of like, you know, Ken Marshall. And he just looks different these days. But he's been in a lot of stuff. He's been in things like The Mummy Returns and Sleepy Hollow and Aragon and Van Helsing and Proof of Life, Braveheart, Black Beauty, The Duelists, and tons of TV work from like the Life and Adventures of Nicholas Nickleby to the Life and Times of Henry Pratt. So long career. God bless the dude. Period. Yeah, a good guy in every way. Whatever. Let's keep going. Okay, playing Run was Robbie Coltrane. Now come on. We all know Robbie Coltrane. You know what I mean? He's gone on to have a really, really cool career. He was in stuff like the Harry Potter flicks and European Vacation. And back in the day, he was in like Mona Lisa and Absolute Beginners and Henry V and From Hell. The World Is Not Enough. He was in Ocean's 12. He's done a ton of TV work, you know. So, hey, God bless him. Okay. Next is Freddie James playing Inyer. Now, he's had a massively long career, right? He's been around a lot. You don't really know his face, or pardon me, you don't really know his name a lot, but you know his face easily. He was in the awesome Firefox with Clint Eastwood. He was in Firestarter and The Elephant Man, for God's sakes, and Zulu Dawn and Young Sherlock Holmes. He was on TV and Vanity Fair and Sob Sisters and How to Be Cool and Heartbeat. And Casanova and Emmendale or something. Yeah, he long career, been around a long, long time. He was in this. He was in Firefox. He was in Firestarter. Really, that to me would cement him in my memory, you know, just for that. Okay, playing Ergo. And this is one of my favorites, really, is David Batley. Now, he was in things. He was in stuff like Sergeant York and Mickey Dunn and That's Your Funeral and Skies, Bless His House, Crown Court, Relative Strangers and Annie's Bar. But what he's always going to be, to me, was the teacher in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And I don't give a shit what I see him pop up in. All that goes through my head is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Period, point blank. Bah! Okay. And the guy who really went on to have the biggest career in this thing, easily, by far, out of anybody, was Liam Neeson playing Kurgan. Now, do we really even need to go into his career? I mean, come on, man. The guy's had a huge thing. Everything from Star Wars, The Phantom Menace, right up into the Taken movies. He was in stuff like The Bounty and Deadpool, Next of Kin, The Good Mother, Schindler's List, for God's sakes, Rob Roy and Nell and Michael Collins, The Haunting, even though I didn't really like it, Les Morale, and K-19, The Widowmaker, and Kinsey, and Batman Begins, and, oh my God, The Team, The Grey, the Wrath of the Titans reboot. He's been in like a cotillion things, massive star, megastar, went on to the biggest things. Liam Neeson. Okay, remember how I told you there was going to be like 5 million people in this motion picture, and I can't name everybody. There's some other faces and some other names you might write. It doesn't matter. Too many of them mentioned. Too many to go through. We got to get going. Ooh. Okay, everybody. The story to this is really... Whew. So, I'm just going to keep it really, really short so we can get to the point of why this movie's cool and why I like it. I'm not going to really bog it down too much into the description. You'll get the idea. I'm going to make it fast. Okay, you have Colwyn, you have Lyssa. They are the prince and princess, respectively, of 2 different kingdoms. And they are going to get married, and they're going to unite to bring the kingdoms together so the kingdoms can come together and fight off the dreaded Beast and his merry band of slayers. Apparently, they just fly around space from planet to planet, from world to world, and conquer and take over and then move on. Is what it is. Well, apparently the Beast has a thing for Lyssa at one point or another and has her kidnapped and brought back to his lair so that he can marry her. Well, Colwyn doesn't take well to this because A, he sold his girl, 2, he interrupted his ceremony, and 3, he killed his dad. So he goes off with this old mentor character to find the beast and get back Lyssa. Along the way, they get a wizard, they get a cyclops, they get their version of the Dirty Dozen when they get a bunch of criminals to join them, and they all band together and go off and fight the dreaded beast. Yep, told you it was pretty far out there. Okay, everybody, I'm going to tell you something about this motion picture. Is it a perfect motion picture? Hell no. Is there plot holes galore? Oh yeah. Is there any kind of logic whatsoever? None. But the movie still works for what it is, which is a light-hearted fantasy adventure. You get caught up in the heart of it, not the logic of it. You get caught up in the fun of it, not the brains of it. You get caught up in the emotion, in the joy, and the, hey, let's just go take an adventure. Hey, let's go have a good time. That's the kind of vibe you get from this motion picture. If you're looking for something that makes literal sense, this is not the motion picture for you. You have to think of this in a way, kind of like maybe like a Wrath of the Titans or Flash Gordon, in that vein where, you don't have to explain shit, you just roll with it. And normally I hate those kind of motion pictures within a degree. You know what I mean? That's why I don't like the Disney Star Wars and all that kind of shit that they're doing now, because nothing makes any sense. And you're going to think, well, why do you like this and not like those? The reason I like this is because it's not treading on the lore of an established franchise. It's not saying, hey, we're going to break all the rules and destroy the characters and shit on the lore and create something from that. No, this is just a standalone movie. It's on its own. It's doing its own thing. So I don't mind that it's a little crazy, and I don't mind that it's a goofy. The movie is basically just a fun, lighthearted adventure, and it's basically aimed at young people. Young people and the people bringing the young people to the theater. It had a bit of everything from everybody. When you were a kid and you watched this motion picture, come on, and they're going off on the fire horses and all that, you're almost sitting there in your chair and you start moving because you're caught up in it and you're having such a good time. Logic be damned. It's just meant to be fun. It was beautifully shot. You can tell they put tons and tons and tons and tons of money into this motion picture. They put the sets in the scenery is just stunning, and the soundtrack is just beautiful. One time, just shut it off or go look up the soundtrack to it and just listen to the music. It's gorgeous. It's amazing. It's so well done. The effects are okay. The acting can be heavy-handed, can be great. The directing is solid. Everything is there to have fun with. Just don't dig in too deep. This is nothing more than lighthearted fantasy aimed at having fun and a good time and just going with the flow. And for that, it works. Anyway, everybody, have a great one. Take care. Look out for one another. Don't take no bullshit from nobody. Peace.